It's definitely a sign of optimism when you're taking 3 coolers on a bear hunt. Well, good morning. Sun is coming up. It's 5:50 and I've been on the road here for about a half an hour, and I'm on my way to the Duck Mountains of Manitoba, one of my favorite places to hunt. Maybe my favorite place to hunt bears. I drove to Devil's Lake, North Dakota yesterday afternoon. Went through Sully's Hill Wildlife Park, climbed up to the tower, just kind of enjoyed my time there a little bit. Just really taking my time here, going up to the Duck Mountains, and not really pushing it. I don't have to be up there till before noon, so I just did half a trip last night and half a trip this morning. I'm really looking forward to this hunt, but I have, like, every time I check the weather, it gets worse, so I'm totally not checking it anymore. That we're looking at 4 to 5 days straight of chance of showers every day. Not ideal bear hunting weather, but we will make the most of it, and I'm sure I'll see some bears. I always do. I've been looking forward to this for months. Believe it or not, you may have noticed that I put a video up a few months ago, said I'm going here, and Todd had a week open where he had additional tags from COVID, because they weren't killing enough bears. They didn't have much hunters during COVID, and so the Ministry of Natural Resources gave him extra tags. So I just put out a video and said, I'm going to be here. The week is open. You got 6 spots. If anybody wants to hunt while I'm here, come on up. And those 6 spots filled right up. So I'll be hunting this week with people who are subscribers to this channel, and that's pretty cool. So I am super excited about this. It is going to be fun, even if the weather is crummy. I don't care. Bear hunting in the spring in the Duck Mountains of Manitoba, and you're riding shotgun. Let's go.
So this is back to the sow again.
So could you freeze that even though that's a sow? So can you just point with the cursor where you want, where we should be aiming?
Yeah, so something like right there. Yeah. Really be on guard, or just be ready for them. So, yeah. And two, I should probably, I know I need to kind of put that on my emails, but it's really good if you guys can shoot from sitting too, sometimes, or like, you know, sometimes that extra motion too, standing.
Mud's got an interesting smell to it. The mud is like... All right. We are settled into the stand here for the first night. Had a pretty good drive up here today and had a good meal and had a
orientation, I guess you would say, and looked at some trail camera pictures, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 barrels here right now, and man, I got to get the thermocell lit right away. These we kicked a bear off the bait as we came in. It looked like about a 200 pounder, so it's not a shooter for the first night. Let me check my time here. 4 o'clock. So we're settled in here. We'll see if that one bear comes back. I'll get some video of it. Not planning to shoot it, but I'm not entirely opposed to shooting a bear on the first night if it's the right bear. We got a rainy week coming up, so I might want to take a bird in hand if a really nice bear shows up. Wow, look at that pretty bear. Rubbed up kind of bad. How's that for the first bear? Holy cow. I have not been here 5 minutes and I got this. Kidding me. It's a male. It is a male, but man, he's rubbed up really bad on that right side. Man, what a color that thing is, gosh. It's about a 200-pound male, but he's rubbed really bad on the right side. Gosh, the first 10 minutes of my hunt, I got this decision to make. I'm gonna pass him. Wow. I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I'm leaving that bear for you. Because that's a beautiful bear, but it's not the right time to take him. Somebody will come in here in a couple of years when that bear's 300 pounds and he's not rubbed up, and they'll have the trophy of a lifetime. Maybe it'll be you, maybe it'll be me, but I'm not going to shoot that bear. All right, I got to clear up a rumor that's been going around. Just because it's raining every time I go bear hunting doesn't mean it's my fault. It's purely coincidental. I'm not responsible for the weather. There's bear number 3. I didn't get any video of him coming in because I had taken my camera and put it in my backpack because of the rain. But been here for a few minutes now. And he's super nervous. Not sure what's going on here. That 2-year-old bear was at that barrel right there. Then all of a sudden he looked off and he just ran up that tree. When he got up to the tree, he was chuffing at something the other direction. But now he's turned around and he's looking at me. What are you chuffing at? What are you chuffing at? Are you chuffing at me? Been here 3.5 hours now, and that blondish cinnamon mix, I don't even know what to call him. He's been back 3 times, but it's been raining here for about an hour, and he hasn't been back since it started to rain. So we still got almost 3 hours until dark. I really hope this rain doesn't hold out the whole time. Don't see much when it's raining, even it's not a heavy rain, but it's just steady. We'll keep grinding it out here. We got about an hour till dark here now, and the rain just keeps getting worse. I looked at the radar, and it's just going to be raining harder right up until dark. I got a little bear in the tree in front of me, but other than that, I don't see him moving much in this. I just can't keep my main camera dry. I can't take a risk of having that thing go down on me. Good morning, class. Today's lesson is on color phases. And here are the color phases. So you got your blonde, you got your cinnamon, you got your black, and you got your chocolate. So that's today's lessons about color phases. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about color phases, ask the teacher after the class. kind of a bird is it again that makes that whirring noise, like when it's you hear it in the evening all the time? Like,
Like a whippoorwill?
no.
Camera or just one of them?
Anyone.
Right. Duck Mountains, bear hunting, no rain. Pretty windy right now, but I think this wind will settle down. It's about 5:30, so I'm the last one to get in, and I gotta be 2 hours from camp right now. I mean, I'm a long ways away. But this is a really good area, and I've hunted near here before, back anywhere from 10, 11 years ago up until 2018. I've hunted some stands back in this area, and I really like this area because there's a lot of bears, a lot of big bears. I'm just so excited to be hunting when it ain't pouring rain on me, and I'm pretty well bundled up because this is a stout wind, and we've got, I don't know, 50 degrees probably right now, and probably get quite a bit cooler as the evening wears on. About 5 hours till the end of legal shooting light. So I've got a swamp there, and I got a marsh over there. Let me just turn this camera around, okay? So you probably could see the swamp back there, and the water over there, and then there's kind of swampy area there, and then that big trail that's right behind the bait over there is actually dry land that goes between those two swamps. I'm kind of expecting the bears to come from that direction. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm kind of expecting the bears to come from that direction behind the bait, which means they're going to be walking right towards me, so I got to be on high alert all the time because they're going to be able to see me. There's some big tracks down there that were laid down since the rain ended this morning. There are some big piles of scat down there. I just got a feeling I'm on a bait with some really nice bears on it, so I got to make a decision, I suppose, when we see what comes in. But I guess, like I say pretty often, I will know it when I see it. So it was a really muddy ride in here. It's just the roads are a mess from all this rain. I had mud on absolutely everything, including myself and my clothing and my backpack and my bowl. But hey, that's all part of the adventure. If you've watched some of the recent videos of my bear hunt in Ontario this spring, you're probably wondering, what about the knocks? What are you doing about knocks? And so I just wanted to let you know that I got rid of those other knocks, and I went back to the trusty old original Luminock, which fit really nice and tight in my arrow shaft, and I shot them in the backyard, and they really feel like they're going to work good. So got a lot more confidence than I did. Oh, geez. Mosquito flew right in my ear. Got a lot more confidence than I did when I left Ontario. So, oh man, it feels so good to be sitting out here in the sunshine, and can't wait to see what shows up tonight. Thanks for being along. I got another bear on the bait right now, too. She's directly behind me. I got a brown one that just walked into the bait. Holy smokes, that's not the sow. That's a boar. Good sized boar right there. Hey guys, it's a little after 8 o'clock. It's been pretty busy in here. I've had 4 different bears in and out. One of them was here twice. He was the biggest one, actually. He was just real jittery. You know, it's funny how some bears are just timid and others are more aggressive, and this one, even though he's a pretty good sized bear, he was just afraid of his shadow. So this wind is finally starting to lay down a little bit, which is good. You know, it's comfortable. I'm dressed for pretty cool weather, so it feels good. A really pretty spot in here right now as the sun starts to get low in the sky and the wind is starting to die down a little bit. It feels really good. Like this would be the time that a big one could step out any minute. So I better shut up and get looking for the big one. think I've seen that one before. Jeez. All right, Buster. Oh boy. Yeah. When he jumped up on this tree trunk, slapped the trunk with his front paws, that was a good adrenaline dump. Holy cow. I'm sitting there thinking, he's going to come up here, he's going to come up here. And then he jumped up on the tree. Okay, he was obviously the most dominant bear because the other two were pretty good sized bears that were at the bait. What did I just drop? Oh, I just knocked my thermostat to the ground. It's half an hour till dark. Shoot. That's not going to be fun. Anyway, he was obviously the most dominant bear because all the other bears just started to bug out when he came close. And he came down this trail that goes right below my stand almost, and instead of going all the way down the trail, he came over to the base of the stand. He's looking up at me. He's making noises, and I couldn't move. And then he come to the ladder, and he kind of started to come up the ladder a little bit. And then he was at the base of the tree, and I'm thinking, man, he's going to come up here. And he kind of did this leap up that they do and slapped the side of the tree with his front paws. And that was good for an adrenaline dump, I'm telling you. I think he's the same bear that came up that trail earlier and then turned around and left. So I'm not sure if I've seen 8 or 9 bears tonight, but kind of thinking it's 9. Sun is setting right now, 10 o'clock. So it's half an hour. It's sunset right now, so I got 30 minutes left. I can't believe I dropped my thermostat. I'm gonna have to go get it. I can't take the next 30 minutes with it on the ground below me. That's not gonna, it's too far away. Well, bear number 10 just left. And it's about 15 minutes of shooting light left here. Got plenty of light to shoot right now. I guess we'll see if a big one steps out at the last light here, but it looks like this is going to be it for day 2. It was a fun day to be in a stand, long hours. And I was the last one in. Some of these guys sat for, oh man, some of them are going to sit for 8 hours. But this is a pretty cool spot back in here. Bears came and went and came and went. I'm pretty sure I saw 11 different bears. Several of them I saw multiple times. I just heard one behind me. Oh, there's one right over there. It's crazy. It's like being in a zoo. It's a pretty good sized bear. I think that's the one that just left. Somehow he got from over there to over there. There was a couple of pretty good ones that, I kind of considered shooting, but I'm really old now for a really big one or a color phase at this point. I guess if no more bears come in here in the last 15-20 minutes, I will see you tomorrow. Hoping for another really good day. Sure is fun seeing all these bears. That's what the Duck Mountains is like. This is what it's like almost every time I come here. This weather is getting really old. It was pretty nice this morning, sun was out, but then when we came in, it was raining and it was harder at times and lighter at times, but it's about an hour four-wheeler ride back in here and it was just a mess. And just when we got in here, just an absolute downpour, and I brought my umbrella in. This umbrella is kind of cool. It attaches to the tree, as you can see, And it's what I wish I had 2 nights ago. It would have made things a lot more pleasant. But I don't know if you can hear that thunder in the distance. We got lightning and thunder, and we got just a periodic downpour. But it's supposed to quit in a couple hours. It's 4:30 right now, and it's supposed to quit like by 7. So that gives us 3.5 hours between 7 and dark, and I hope they're right, because if that's the case, there's a pretty good chance the bears are going to come on the bait pretty good tonight. And I'm ready to shoot a bear. You know, I passed up 11, I think it was 11 last night, and most of the guys saw a lot of bears. We had 2 hunters out of 7 now have wounded bears and not found them, and nobody else has shot. Last night, you know, we saw 50 to 60 bears. I think everybody reported seeing between 6 and 12, and only one guy shot a great big one, and they were unable to find it this morning. Very unfortunate. So I'm ready to start. I'm going into kill mode, predator mode here tonight, and I'm going to shoot if I get a pretty decent male in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and finish this out. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, so yeah. This bait has just been getting hammered. You can tell it's just pounded down with tracks, and there's scat everywhere. The trails are just beat down. You've got quite a few barrels of corn in here, and most of them are empty. I actually hunted this bait the first time I hunted the Duck Mountains, and I'm going to say that was maybe 12 years ago. And I wasn't even videoing at that time. I was just writing, and I didn't have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to go back through my photo archives and see if I can find any photographs that I took from this stand. I remember passing up chocolate bear on the first night, and I'd never even shot a color phased bear at that time. So looking back, I'm kind of surprised that I passed him up, but I really just was so excited about hunting in the Duck Mountains that I didn't care about shooting a bear the first couple nights. I probably wouldn't have shot anything the first couple nights, but I ended up it's not a bear, just a black spot. I ended up shooting one like on the 5th or 6th night. It was a lot of fun, and got me completely hooked on the Duck Mountains. So it's let up here a little bit for now, so we're going to get settled in, and you know, even the best rain gear struggles to keep you dry when it's running down your neck and up your sleeves and everything like that. So mosquitoes are bad. I got the thermocell going, starting to warm up here. Mosquitoes are just horrible. But that's part of spring bear hunting. So tonight could very well be the night. Stay tuned. Disappeared back in that area somewhere, and I just heard 2 bears really fighting back in there, chuffing at each other, and it sounds like they're maybe 60, 80 yards back there, so Definitely got multiple bears in the immediate vicinity right now. That might be the one. That might be the one. That's a big chocolate. We've had a lot happen in the last hour that I've not been able to get on video. But that black one was here for quite a while. It was a pretty nice bear. Probably not 300, but a really nice male over 250. And I had a even bigger bear come from my right, a big adult male. That was certainly a 300-pounder. Came from right down to my right, and when he saw that other bear at the bait, he just skirted around the bait, and as soon as he started to go around, he just broke into a trot, and I literally never even got the camera on. It takes a minute to get the camera on before he out of sight, so I don't think I got any video of him. And then about 15 minutes later, another smaller bear, another black one, came from that trail to my right again. And when he saw the bear at the bait, he turned around to leave, and the bear at the bait went after him. I never got any of that on video either. It's just too thick right down here to my right, so you couldn't see any of it. So anyway, I was hoping that brown one, I'm going to call it a cinnamon because it had a pretty good red tint to it. I think if it was sunny, it would have been really obviously a cinnamon, but I don't know. What cost me that bear was filming it, because I got the camera on, and by the time I got the camera on and on him, I could not reach up to get my bow because he was looking right at me, and he just didn't like what was up here. Every bear, I think every bear but one that's come through here has looked right up at this stand like they've been educated about it or something. But he didn't like it, and he moved off pretty quickly, and I did not get a chance to draw on him. You know, I could only reach for my bow when it was looking the other way. And when I finally got my bow down, it was too late. So if I wouldn't have been filming, I would have had multiple opportunities to get drawn and shoot him. He was broadside perfectly for quite a while there. 9:30, so we got about an hour left here, but with this overcast sky, you know, that's an hour's probably pretty optimistic. I still think there's a chance that cinnamon might come back. If he does, it'll probably be a last light. Wow, I really, now that he's gone, I really want him. Man, that was quite a bear. That was really a great bear. Might still get him, we'll see.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Good one. Have fun. by, or like we're gonna bring him and then you're gonna hear us go by, but don't worry.
Okay. Welcome to day 4. Trigger happy day. I'm gonna shoot me a bear tonight. I don't care what happens. I'm feeling like I've passed enough bears and I gotta go home in the morning. I mean, I could make some calls and probably move some stuff around, but dang, I really need to go home in the morning. And if a nice male comes in, I've been joking with these guys that anything that comes in that doesn't have milk on its lips, I'm going to shoot it. But I need to shoot a pretty nice adult male. And they're definitely here. This bait has not been hunted. And so hopefully the bears will not be too spooky in here. We'll see what happens. I got to range these 3 barrels over here. That's looks like a pretty long shot. 22 yards ain't bad. But this has got to go. I've had a bad experience recently with something similar, so that's got to go. So Bruce shot a bear last night, so there's just 4 of us left. And we're all on new baits again tonight. I haven't sat the same bait twice. The bait I was on last night, of course, had that big old reddish brown one, and it's kind of hard to leave that, but it didn't come back last night, and the way the boars are traveling right now, it could be anywhere, so you wouldn't really feel like you could go back to that one and have a realistic chance of seeing the same bears again tonight. The bigger males are just really on the move. Man, I really need this thermocell to get working. I started it up a few minutes ago. It takes a little bit for it to get warmed up and effective. I'm telling you, this is a really good looking spot. I like it. There's a lot of good trails coming in here. I keep thinking about that great big color phase last night and what I could have done different. And, I just wasn't in a hurry. I don't want to be in a hurry. I wasn't, rushing to get the bow off the hanger. And, I got the camera turned on and then the bear looked right at me. And I just couldn't move. And by the time every time he'd turn his head away, I'd have an opportunity to move. And by the time I finally got the camera on, got it positioned, got my bow ready, got the release clipped on the string, got everything in position, then he left. And, that's just the way it happens sometimes. It's really unfortunate that it happened on that bear because, man, that's the bear you come to the Duck Mountains for. It's quite a bear. But anyway, there could be another one just like it or similar. Who knows? There's so many big bears and color phase bears in these mountains that tonight something just like it could happen again. It's 10 minutes after 4, so we got a little over 6 hours till the end of legal shooting light. And I don't think we're going to make it to the end of legal shooting light tonight because I'm going to kill something. That's a promise. And I'll just edit that out if I actually don't, and you'll never know I said it. Oh geez, I got a bear up a tree right there. Look at that. Would you look at that? Man, look at that color face bear. He was up the tree the whole time. Gosh, what a pretty color. How big is he? He's not that big. How about that? I was just talking. I just shut the camera off, and I heard a bear chuffing and then the scratching noises, and here that bear was up a tree only 20 yards from me. Oh, he's coming back. We're gonna get a good look at him. Another bear coming. He sees a bear. Definitely something coming. Oh yeah, there it is. My gosh, I've only been here not even 10 minutes. Don't go up this tree. We don't want you in this tree. Gosh. Gosh, he almost ran up the tree I'm in. Alright, now I got a big decision to make again. Look at that bear. Oh man. Gosh, I don't want to stop hunting. This is too much fun. I watched that bear for half an hour trying to figure out, I think it's a boar, but I really wasn't going to shoot it if it's a sow. And I went back and forth, and I'm like, I'm 90% sure it's a boar. But then it would turn, and I'd look at its head, and I'm like, man, you know, they're so hard to tell when that's like a 4-year-old bear. You know, it's a 180-pound bear, probably, and beautiful color. It was just around here for half an hour, back and forth, back and forth. I think that was that the 6th bear I saw? 5th. It's 5:30. We got a lot of time left. Those guys are baiting back in here. I'm going to get my radio out. If they come back by here, I might have a chance to get out of here instead of waiting until dark. Can anybody hear me? Battery's dead. All right, it's been 20 minutes since I last talked to you. We had a rain squall come through. I put my rain jacket on. Now I'm all sweaty because... Okay, so the plan was that when they're going baiting, they're going to drop another guy off up here a few miles, and then they're going to bait a couple baits, and then when they come back here, they're going to stop at the trail that goes into this bait and say something on the radio, and then if I have my radio on, that means I got a bear. It was a little over an hour from the time that they dropped me off until I shot. And I don't remember hearing them come by on the 4-wheeler, so I don't think they have. Here comes a bear. I also got a bear in a tree up above me. So I decided to go out to the road since I couldn't radio them, and I piled some sticks in the main trail right where it turns off to come into this bait, so they'll know, you know, something's going on in here anyway. Then I came back in here and I thought, well, I'll just walk up and look at the arrow and see what the blood looks like on the arrow since I'm on the ground anyway. And the blood on the arrow looks really good. And then I turned and looked up the trail, the direction that the bear ran, and there's a big bear coming down the trail towards me. And so I just got back up in the stand, and I think he's right over there now. But anyway, that was the 5th bear that I saw today, and I think this might be the 6th one, or it could be one I've already seen, I'm not sure. Holy cow, really hot. So I guess I'm just gonna wait it out until either they come back on the 4-wheelers, or if they already did. I mean, I had so many bears around me, I was so focused on what was going on in front of me, it's possible that I just didn't hear them go by. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. If I'm still sitting here at 10:30, that means they already went by. Yeah. Cell service is a blessing and a curse, that's for sure. But anyway, that was a little rain squall that went through, and I see more blue sky coming again, so I don't think it's anything too much to get worried about. All right, I'm going to review the footage and look at the shot. It looked to me like a high lung shot, hopefully double lung. I'm disappointed that I did not hear a death moan, but the shot should be good, should be a dead bear. The knocks worked perfect. Hooray! Little things, man. Little things mean a lot. So as you saw, it is a sow. You know, she's very thin, and it probably would, you know, in the fall be 180 to 200 pound sow right now. She's less than 150, probably 130. But I decided to come back in here and find her because I saw that other big bear in here, and I got really concerned that he might drag her off or something like that, being the breeding season and all. And boy, I got fooled again. When I first saw it, I thought it looks body shaped like a male, and then I'm like, I mean, the head kind of looks like a sow, but the feet and once again the body shape, it just kind of looks like a male. And man, I deliberated over it for quite a long time before I just decided to go ahead and shoot. This is an incredible hunt, and the numbers of bears that I saw, when the weather was good, the bears just piling on the baits, and then multiple color phase bears. This is the second blonde bear I saw tonight, and then after I shot this one and got back in the stand, after putting the sticks out at the road, small chocolate, and just a really light colored chocolate, about the color of her feet. It was really surprising that he was right under my tree, and I couldn't get the video on him. He was pretty small, but just a beautiful color phase bear. So you can see for the next few years there's just incredible opportunity here for colored phase bears and big bears. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. I see my thermocell is smoke's blowing across the screen of my camera there, but whatever. Thanks for joining me, and now I got a long wait, and I see the sun's coming back out, but I got a long wait until dark. We'll see what happens here. There's a big bear on the bait right now, and I gotta get back to my stand. Jeepers, what a fiasco. Holy cow, that's a nice one. Probably got that on video. Bear number 7. I think that's number 7. That bear doesn't care that I'm here. It's a pretty nice bear too. Like pushing 300 pounds. It's 7:30. So I've had a couple hours to think about what's going on here with that bear up there, and I've been hearing noises up there. It makes me pretty nervous. I hope I didn't make a mistake by leaving my rain jacket up there on that bear. I might not have a rain jacket anymore. I might not have a bear anymore for that matter. That bear doesn't care that I'm here. It's a pretty nice bear too. Like pushing 300 pounds. It's 7:30. So I've had a couple hours to think about what's going on here with that bear up there, and I've been hearing noises up there. It makes me pretty nervous. I hope I didn't make a mistake by leaving my rain jacket up there on that bear. I might not have a rain jacket anymore. I might not have a bear anymore for that matter. Here comes another one. Pretty small bear. I haven't heard any noises up there where I left that sow for a little while, so hopefully, you know, the bears just, there was this one great big one walked up right up that trail, and I mean, he was gonna come right across her laying there, there's no doubt about it, so I don't know how we reacted to it, but trumpeter swan. I'm telling you, there is no place like this place when it comes to bear hunting. The Duck Mountains of Manitoba are really something. Spring bear hunting up here, it's unreal. I'm not sure how many bears I've seen altogether. It's over 30 for sure. But I guess I'll sit down and count at some point and let you know. I'm going home with another blonde bear. Can you believe that? Man, the last blonde bear took me 8 years to get, and this one was like, just kind of tossed itself at me.
Well, I'm on my way home here. I wanted to give you an update real quick about some things that happened last night after I got out of the stand. So, as you saw, I left my jacket on that bear, and when they came to pick me up at dark, we went to get the bear and it was gone. So my fears about a big boar dragging that sow off were confirmed, and that's exactly what happened. My jacket was laying off to the side there, and so I started looking down a trail that was the direction that the jacket was laying, and Todd went and just started walking down the trail that the bear was on when it died, and he found the bear, and it hadn't been drugged very far, only less than 20 yards probably, but I'll tell you, it's a completely different world in these Duck Mountains with these bears. Not just the sheer numbers of them, but the way they act around people and how they can just completely ignore you at times. And you know, that's a legitimate concern, is if you have a bear that is down, there's a fairly good chance that you know, another bear could come along and just take it, especially if it's a smallish sow like the one I shot. But we had a couple other guys last night. Brent shot a 300 plus pound chocolate, just an absolutely beautiful, really nice bear. And then Tony from Massachusetts shot a absolute ginormous 500 plus pound spring bear with a huge head on it. It's literally it's well up into Boone and Crockett. And he arrowed that bear, and it didn't go very far, and it actually ran down to a place where there's a four-wheeler trail, and they were actually able to get it loaded on the four-wheeler trailer, like they could drive right to it. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, I just want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to close this video out, and I will definitely be back to the Duck Mountains. I'll be back hunting with Scott Smith, doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, hunting with YouTube subscribers, and that'll be next year. And then probably I'll be back to Baldy Mountain Outfitters again. But man, I just keep coming to Duck Mountains because there's just nothing else like it, and it's just amazing. I saw 36 bears in 4 days of hunting. So we'll see you on the next video.